Good day, children. Welcome to the next online session of Class 5. In this session, you are going to see about the lesson Safety and First Aid. So let's enter the lesson. So your learning objectives in this lesson is going to be, you will be learning causes for fire accidents, how to prevent fire accidents, what is a fire extinguisher, steps to be followed during a fire accident, what is first aid, and how to do first aid for small accidents. First, let's learn how to safeguard ourselves from fire. You all know that accidents occur anywhere, anytime, to anyone unintentionally, unexpectedly. Right, some accidents are small and they cause only a slight injury, but some accidents are really very severe and they may even lead to death. So what are the causes for fire accidents? It's mainly because of our carelessness, because of electrical faults, and also because of gas leaks, right? So because of our carelessness, electrical faults and gas leaks, these are the main reasons for fire accidents to occur. So how to prevent these fire accidents? First of all, our electrical appliances in our houses must be checked regularly. Not only the appliances, even the wiring, the switches in our houses must be checked. First, a faulty switch will begin with a small spark. If you don't check it, it will lead to a major fire accident. So when there's a small spark or when there's a crack in the switch box, we must immediately inform our parents and they must be checked out immediately. You should only wear cotton clothes while cooking or bursting crackers because synthetic clothes catch fire easily and they will immediately stick to our skin. In case of gas leak, you should open the doors and windows. So when you sense a gas smell, when you are in your house, you must immediately open the doors and windows. If you go out and while returning back home, you open your main door and you sense a gas smell, our human tendency is to immediately switch on the light, but you should not do it. Suppose if your electrical switch has a fault in it and it gives out a spark, it will immediately lead to a big fire accident if there is a gas leak. So when you sense a gas smell, the first thing we must do is open the doors and windows. And before throwing away burnt objects, you must check that it has been put off completely. Half burnt objects will cause fire accident. And when the gas stove is not in use, you must switch it off. And you must store the fuels like kerosene, petrol, gas cylinders away from fire. If possible, not even in the kitchen. And you must burst crackers only under the supervision of an adult. You should not burst crackers all alone. So these are some steps to prevent small fire accident. So in case of major fire, what we should do? We should call the fire station. And how they will put out the fires? They will use big pipelines with water or gas or foam to put out the fires. But in houses, in schools, in shopping malls, in every public places, small fires, when they start itself, they can be put out using an instrument called as fire extinguisher. So immediately a fire accident, a major fire accident will not be caused. A small fire, if it is not put out immediately, only will lead into a very big fire accident. So when you see a small fire originating itself, you should put it out using fire extinguishers. And there are many types of fire extinguishers. So how does this fire extinguisher put out the fire? For a fire to burn, you need three elements: oxygen, heat, or fuel. Fuel is nothing but it can be paper, wood, oil, kerosene, petrol, or even the gas which we use in our houses. So fire extinguishers cut off the supply of any one of these elements and so the fire will be put out. And as I told you, there are many types of fire extinguisher. Each fire extinguisher can be used only for certain types of fires. For example, see the first one, the water fire extinguisher can be used only for combustible materials like paper and wood. You cannot use it for fire due to electrical equipment and due to flammable liquids. Why? Because water conducts electricity. So the fire due to an electrical equipment is put out using water extinguisher. Then water will conduct electricity and we may get a electric shock. And also flammable liquids like petrol, kerosene and all float in water. And when they are put out using the water fire extinguisher, they will start floating in water, which will cause the fire to spread even more. So before using a fire extinguisher, you should know which type of fire extinguisher to be used for which type of fire, and you must also know how to operate the fire extinguisher. So let's see how to operate the fire extinguisher. You have the famous method called as pass method to operate the fire extinguisher. So first you have to pull the pin in the fire extinguisher. Next, you have to aim at the base of the fire, not at the top of the fire. Next, you will squeeze the handle as hard as possible. Next, you will sweep side to side, not top to bottom. You will sweep the extinguisher side to side. So what you will do, you will pull the pin, aim at the base of the fire, squeeze the handle and sweep side to side. So whatever we do, sometimes, however careful we are, sometimes we get into accidents. Suppose you are affected by a fire when you are alone, or when you see a friend of you getting affected by a fire, but there is no one elder near you. What you have to do, you must immediately stop. You should not run here and there, because the fire on your dress will spread to the other objects also. So you should stop where you are. You should drop to the ground, cover your face with your hands and roll back and forth until the flames are out. Suppose if you see another person, you must put a blanket over them and ask them to drop to the ground, roll back and forth until the flames are out. Suppose if you are in a public place in the event of fire, you should operate the call point. Call point is nothing but you will see such symbols, such boxes. It will be covered with glass usually in shopping malls, in theaters, in public places, anywhere you go. So here what you have to do, if you find that there is a small spark of fire in a public place and you see this call point, you should immediately break the glass and press this point, so that it will give out an alarm and everyone will be alerted to move away from that place. In some public places, pressing this call point will immediately direct a call to the nearby fire station. Next, you should follow the exit signs properly. You can see arrow marks in the exit signs. So you must exit the place of fire using the direction pointed out by the arrow mark. And next, you should go to your assembly point. Assembly point is nothing that in common places, again, in mostly in shopping malls, you will have symbols like this. So this is the place where all the public should gather around, so that they are safely evacuated from that place. It is a safer place during any kind of hazards. And you must use your nearest available fire exit. So there will be symbol like this indicating that that is the fire exit. You should not crowd around the fire exit. You should not push and pull each other. And you should not go back to the place of fire to pick up your personal belongings. You should never use the lifts. You should not operate any electrical equipments. As I told you, during fire, if you operate an electrical equipment, it will lead to an increase in the fire. And you should not re-enter the building until you are advised to do so. So these are the methods how you should evacuate a public place in case of fire. Suppose you are at home and there is a fire in a room and you are not able to put it off. You must immediately close that door and come out and inform your parents, so that in this way you can prevent the fire from spreading to the other rooms. And if possible, you can set up a fire alarm in your houses. So when the smoke reaches the fire alarm, it will give out a alarm, and everyone can be indicated that there is a alarm. Usually this is not set up in individual houses, but in big apartments fire alarms can be set up. And suppose if you are caught up in a room of fire and the fire is uncontrollable, you cannot put it out, it's full of smoke, you want to get out of it, you should not straight away walk out from the room. You should scroll like as you see in the picture, or otherwise you will be suffocated, you will not be able to breathe because of the smoke. Only when all the smoke will be on the top of the room, right? So when you crawl, you will be affected very minimal by the smoke, and you can be out of the room quickly. So these are the steps you must remember while you are in a public place, and how to evacuate from the public place during a fire accident. So in the next session, we will see about first aid.